Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to do another demo and review. This one is for the brand new product from Milani and it is called Highly Rated. This is a lash extension tubing mascara. I believe it's $13.99. I got mine at Ulta. I'm sure you can get it anywhere that sells Milani. What it says is flake-free tubing mascara for instantly longer and lifted lashes, 16-hour clump-free smudge-proof wear, effortlessly removes with just warm water, and 93% of people said that they had an instantly lifted, longer looking lashes. Okay, so I've been using tubing mascara forever now. I've tested a lot of them, so I'm extremely picky with my tubing mascara, so let's just start there. If you guys don't understand what a tubing mascara is compared to a regular mascara is basically like color pigments that are like sitting on the lash, right? And that's why they can dry out, crack, flake, smudge, all of that jazz. Tubing mascara actually creates a rubber coating, like an actual tube around each and every single lash, making your lashes usually look longer, thicker, and then the best part is there's no smudging or flaking because it's coated around the lash, so it will look great all day long. There'll be no issues with the mascara. And then I think the most important part is it removes easily with just some warm water. You gently rub and those rubber tubes come right off. The first time you do it, it will feel a little bit weird because it's gonna feel like all your lashes just came off, but it's just the rubber coating around your lash. I also think that tubing mascara is better for people with sensitive eyes, especially because that way they're not rubbing and pulling at their eye to remove mascara. I also love the fact that it doesn't leave raccoon eyes. And for me, my issue is my eyelashes, they touch my face. So that is something that I have to have tubing mascara now, and I can't seem to go back on that. As always, guys, I'm using the Lancome Seals Booster before any mascara. It just protects your eyelashes, and it's something I highly recommend, and I don't use a mascara without it, no matter what. All right, so this particular mascara, let's open it up here. It looks like a very wet consistency, which is a little bit odd. And then here's the brush. It's your traditional kind of Christmas tree where it gets small at the top and bigger at the bottom. It's these little tiny, looks like silicone little hooks to put on your mascara. So let's look at that compared to like some of my other favorites, which are the Tartelette tubing mascara. That one, as you can tell based on the brush, is going to be much thicker, not quite as small. And the Tarte one is not nearly as watery. Like the Milani one is really watery just when you pull it out. And then my favorite ever is the Hourglass Unlock. This is my go-to tubing mascara. This one's brush is different than the Tarte and different than the Milani. It's kind of right in between. It's not quite as wide as the Tarte, but not as small of hooks as Milani. So those are kind of my two favorites. A lot of people are saying that this is comparable to the liquid lash extension from Thrive. I just have the mini because I used my big one and I don't plan on purchasing it because I found other tubing mascaras I like. So let's compare those brushes as well. As you can see, they are similar except for that the Thrive one is much smaller, tighter bristles, but similar shapes on all these. So that is kind of how tubing mascara works, or at least the ones that I've ever used that worked. That's kind of similar brush style and all of that jazz. Right off the bat, the color of this mascara definitely has more of like a shininess to it and a wetness to it, which I'm not used to because typically tubing mascaras aren't super wet. They have a little more stiffness to them, but we're gonna try it anyway. So here we go. I'm gonna get my mirror up here so I can see, and let's roll them out. So right off the bat, it is super wet. You can see it kind of gets all over the place, which I find a little bit irritating. But don't worry if you get mascara in a spot all over your lashes or your skin, we can just scrape it off, just let it dry completely. So I built up a decent amount of mascara on there. This is just like oddly wet. Like, it's hard to explain if you've never used a tubing mascara before, but typically they're a little more stiff and a little less like wet. This is extremely wet. It could just be because it's a new tube. It may mellow out once you use it more. It is definitely a little more clumpy than my other tubing mascaras. I don't know if that's just the formulation because it's wet, it's catching more, or what, but that I don't love right off the bat. Also, too, the color, I know it's not going to translate on camera as well as I'd like, but it's definitely kind of a shiny black. I don't know if that's going to kind of melt down as I wear it, but as you can see, tubing mascaras just make your eyelashes look huge, huge, huge. So it gets points for that. I'm not sure about like the thickness. I feel like they look kind of stuck together. It's not crazy bad. I will go through with like a comb and kind of comb through. I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and then I will come back with my thoughts about the Milani highly rated lash extension tubing mascara. All right, guys, with the magic of YouTube, all my makeup is on. I did already clean my eye area, and I did comb through it. I saved most of it on a tissue for you guys to see, but this is how much product I actually had to get off of my lashes for it to even look, in my opinion, remotely decent. So I have some thoughts about this mascara. For $13.99, I mean, that's reasonable. It's not the only drugstore tubing mascara out there. There's the Maybelline Sky High. I've used this on and off again for a while because I wanted a alternative with a drugstore option for a tubing mascara. I personally think that the Sky High is better than the Milani highly rated. There's a texture difference. So like I said, because this is a super wet formula, it is a little difficult to work with. I spent probably a good 4 minutes just cleaning up my eyelashes with a comb, like an eyelash comb or a separation tool. And then I had to clean my eyelids. I will say we were fine through the day. I didn't get any smudging, any flaking, any cracking, any of that. So it does follow the rules of a true tubing mascara. It was very stiff when I went to remove it. It took a little more effort, but it did come off all in rubber balls like it normally does. It just took a little longer for the water to run and me to kind of gently rub my fingers across my lashes, but it did come off. And I think it's because when it dries, because it's so wet, it hardens pretty hard, harder than some of my other ones where you feel it on your lashes and it feels soft. This one's definitely stiffer, definitely harder. Does it work? Yeah, it works. Is it my favorite? No. Is it gonna replace my drugstore option? No. It's definitely not replacing my high-end options, that's for sure. I understand everyone's budget and what you want to spend on mascara is totally different, but I find when you're not spending so much time cleaning or fixing your eyelashes, it actually saves time, which in turn actually ends up, you know, giving you some of your life back. No one wants to be putting on mascara for like 3 to 5 minutes because they've got to clean it up and comb through it and do all of these things, especially if you're someone who needs to use like an eyelash curler as well or any other things. I just think it takes too long. That's the biggest negative about this product. It just took too long to clean up after because in my opinion, it's super wet. Now I'm sure after like 2 weeks of use every day or maybe 3 weeks, it would probably kind of start to dry out a little bit and maybe work better. But initially, like first go around, this thing's kind of a pain in the butt. I've worn it for multiple days just to be sure about how I really felt about it. Because with mascara, it is doing the job. It is a tubing mascara. It is doing the job, but I just think it took so much work to get where I need my lashes to be. If you guys haven't watched any of my other videos, I will go over my favorites. The Hourglass Unlocked by far is my most favorite. This one goes on perfect every single time. I don't have to fuss with it. I don't have to comb through my lashes, nothing. And it's perfect, separated, long, full lashes every single time. Granted, I believe this one is $29, so it is the most expensive, but I think you're getting what you're paying for there. I'm not fiddling or messing with my lashes. I put it on, it stays in place, it comes off beautifully. It is the easiest to remove in my opinion. And again, no smudging, no flaking, no cracking, none of that. And my lashes don't feel hard or stiff as they do with other mascaras. Another, I would probably say my second choice would be the Tartelette Tubing Mascara. This one's great too. I think it's what, $25, $26, $27, something like that. So it is a couple dollars cheaper than the Hourglass, but I think this is a great tubing mascara. It's a newer tubing mascara. Tarte makes great products as well. So if you're someone who wants to, you know, only use Tarte or clean products, all of that jazz, Tarte would be your option. It works great too. I don't have to fuss with it. My lashes feel soft. It comes off really easy when I'm ready to remove it. Only thing is I feel like the thickness, you get slightly less thickness with this one than you get the most thickness and volume with the Unlocked. And then my third one that I always recommend is Thrive. I think Thrive Cosmetics is great. They make a lot of stuff that I really like. My negative is that I hate having to order it online. It really drives me crazy. I think that's the only reason why I stopped using their products is because I can only get it online. If I could get it at Ulta or Sephora, I would be way opt to purchase this more often. But you do get the least amount of thickness with this one. It makes your lashes super long, but you don't get the thickness that you get with the other two, such as the Tarte or the Hourglass. So that is the negatives on this product, but it is a great mascara and it does exactly what it says it's gonna do for tubing. Don't have to fuss with it. My lashes look great. I don't have to comb through them and it comes off easily when I need to remove it. As far as drugstore options, I would definitely say Sky High is the drugstore option from Maybelline. You would want to go with this one opposed to the Milani, highly rated. This will probably come in, I'd say, I don't know, farther down the line. I think it's a decent drugstore tubing mascara, but it's not my favorite. I think if you're someone who likes a wetter mascara, you may really enjoy this. Or if you're someone who doesn't mind cleaning up your eyes, then by all means you may love this. But for me, it's not something I'm going to keep in my collection, and I would probably pass on this. If you want a cheap drugstore option with tubing, I would say the Maybelline one, Sky High, is just better in my opinion if you must stick with drugstore. If you can cough up an extra couple dollars, I would say Hourglass or Tarte, or even the original Thrive Cosmetics liquid lash tubing mascara would be great. But those are kind of my thoughts, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I post a new video every Tuesday, and the description box will always be my Instagram for daily posts and my link tree if you'd like to see what I'm doing, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.